Hey guys! So I am out here working on my garden today and I think I have a garden fail. I'm trying to save it, but I think I have a garden fail. So to be completely transparent and show you what I'm dealing with, I'm also going to show you, why you should make sure to follow the advice that you give to other people. Follow your own advice. I have a couple of plants that I received in the mail about a week ago, and when I got them, I didn't have time to plant them immediately. So I watered them, made sure that they got lots of sunlight, and we've had a number of days where we've had some pretty extreme weather. We've had a lot of rain and then we've had a lot of heat, and it's been tough for plants so far this season out on the deck. So what I've got is a couple of plants I was so looking forward to growing this year, and they're not doing well, and I don't know if it's because of the weather that we were receiving because I didn't get them planted immediately, or if it's because the plants themselves arrived to me not feeling so great. So what I'm trying to do is turn it around and see what happened. So let me turn the camera around and show you what I'm dealing with, because I did go ahead and get these potted thinking maybe we can try and save them, and I'll explain what and how and why. So hold on just a second, let me turn the camera around. Alright, so there it is. Yeah, it's pretty sad. So these are sun patients, and you can immediately tell that they're unhappy. This is a creeping Jenny, and this was what they were going to be planted with anyway, and it is incredibly frustrating, you guys. If I'm dealing with the bacterial wilt, I'm probably going to lose the creeping Jenny, but I have another one and I don't have anything else that the creeping Jenny will go with, so if I lose them all, then I lose them all. But what I think happened is these particular plants, when I popped them out of the pot, were extraordinarily root bound. They were bound up so tight that I actually had to score the bottom of them to get them to come out of there and spread the roots out a little bit. So I think that they got really dry because the tops of them felt pretty damp, and the leaves are pretty damp from being rained on this morning, and the bottom was semi-wet. So I think what's happened is that they've just gotten really, really dried out, and because they're kind of shriveled looking, and I'm not seeing any really dark black veining in here that would lead me to think that they've got sickness. And the buds are still coming in. These are new buds as of just these last couple days. So, and these were completely healthy yesterday. Now we had 90-degree weather for the past 2 days in a row. So I think what has happened is that these have gotten just too dried out because they had too much root and not enough soil to try and help hold the roots in the little cans that they were in. And that's my mistake. I should have gotten these potted sooner. So I've got them in fresh soil with some additional fresh soil on top, and just trying to make sure that they get enough rain, but then it's not overly watered, because we are going to get some more rain today. So you can tell the top is a little bit dry right now. I don't want to overwater them in case it is a fungus or a bacteria or something like that. It didn't have that look when I popped them out of the can, so we're going to wait and see what happens with them. Hopefully they bounce back with the rain that we're supposed to get today and tomorrow, and then it'll be completely fine. But they are really pitiful looking. Not going to lie, they're really, really sad looking, but I think they can be saved. If they can't be saved, then I am just going to have to pitch them and clean the container out and pitch the soil and start over, because then it may be that they were sick with something, or it's just a complete fail. And you know what? Sometimes that happens. I think it's important for you guys to know that gardeners, no matter how experienced you are with a certain medium, none of us are perfect. I have been doing container gardening for quite a long time, and I know, and I will tell every single person in the world, as soon as you get a new plant in from an online web order, pot it, get it in the ground, water it immediately, do all of these things. And I watered it immediately and I just didn't get it planted right away. So this is what happens when you don't follow your own advice and you don't do what you're supposed to do. You eventually have things not go right, and most of the time you're probably going to be okay, but in this case the plant was just in a more mature state than I thought it was, which is really sad for me because I did get some blooms this week and it was glorious. They're so pretty, you guys. They're so pretty. They're just the most perfect, bright, hot pink, just like that warm hot pink that you just love. You know, they're not like an obnoxious hot pink where you just like, oh, like Pepto Pop hot pink. They're like a perfect hot pink. So I'm sad, but garden fails happen and we all just have to eventually deal with it and move on and know better next time. So apparently when you order these, you need to get them planted immediately. So I hope that helps somebody else out today, and hopefully they bounce back and everything will be right with the world again. So I hope you guys have a great day. We'll see you in the next video. Bye. After several hours of rain, they did come back just fine.